Hello everyone, welcome. In this video, you will learn about the if function in Microsoft Excel. This is a practical guide to understanding logical tests within spreadsheets. With the if function, you can unlock the potential to create dynamic spreadsheets. You'll learn how to return different results based on whether a condition you set is true or false. So let's dive in and get started. So, what exactly is the if function? The if function is a powerful tool that performs a logical test. It checks whether a condition is met, and then returns one value if that condition is true, and a different value if the condition is false. Think of it as a way to make your spreadsheet respond intelligently to the data it contains. The formula for the if function is equals if open parenthesis condition, comma, value if true, comma, value if false, close parenthesis. Let's break down the syntax of the if function. The basic structure is equals if open parenthesis logical test, comma, value if true, comma, value if false, close parenthesis. The first part of the function is the logical test. This is the condition that you want to evaluate. It could be a comparison like whether a number is greater than another, or whether a cell contains specific text. Next is the value if true. This is the value that the function will return if the logical test is true. Finally is the value if false. This is the value that the function will return if the logical test is false. Let's look at a basic example of how to use the if function. Imagine you have a list of student scores and you want to automatically determine whether each student has passed or failed. In column A, we have the label score. In column B, we have individual scores. In column C, we use the if function to determine whether each student passed or failed. For example, the formula equals if open parenthesis B1 is greater than or equal to 70, comma, quotation mark pass, quotation mark, comma, quotation mark fail, quotation mark, close parenthesis. In this case, the result will be pass. If the value in cell B1 is greater than or equal to 70, then the function returns pass. If the value is less than 70, the function returns fail. When using the if function, comparison operators are essential for creating your logical test. Here are some of the most common operators. The equals sign tests if two values are equal. For example, A1 equals 100. The greater than symbol tests if one value is greater than another. For example, A1 is greater than 50. The less than symbol tests if one value is less than another. For example, A1 is less than 100. The greater than or equal to symbol tests if one value is greater than or equal to another. For example, A1 is greater than or equal to 75. The less than or equal to symbol tests if one value is less than or equal to another. For example, A1 is less than or equal to 50. And finally, the not equal to symbol tests if two values are not equal. For example, A1 is not equal to 0. You can use these operators to create a variety of logical tests within your if functions. For example, equals if open parenthesis A1 is greater than or equal to 90, comma, quotation mark excellent, quotation mark, comma, quotation mark good, quotation mark, close parenthesis. Sometimes a single if function is not enough. That's where nested if functions come in. Nested if functions allow you to test multiple conditions and return different values based on which condition is met. Here is an example of a nested if function used to calculate grades. The formula is equals if open parenthesis A1 is greater than or equal to 90, comma, quotation mark A quotation mark, comma, if open parenthesis A1 is greater than or equal to 80, comma, quotation mark B quotation mark, comma, if open parenthesis A1 is greater than or equal to 70, comma, quotation mark C quotation mark, comma, if open parenthesis A1 is greater than or equal to 60, comma, quotation mark D quotation mark, comma, quotation mark F quotation mark, close parenthesis, close parenthesis, close parenthesis, close parenthesis. This formula checks the value in cell A1 and returns a grade based on the following scale. 90 or above is an A, 80 or above is a B, 70 or above is a C, 60 or above is a D, and below 60 is an F. The if function has numerous practical applications in spreadsheets. Let's explore a couple of examples. First, sales commission. You can calculate different commission rates based on sales performance using the if function. The formula equals if open parenthesis B2 is greater than 1000, comma, B2 times 0.15, comma, B2 times 0.10, close parenthesis. This formula calculates a commission of 15% if sales in cell B2 are greater than 10,000, and 10% otherwise. Second, inventory status. You can check stock levels and display appropriate alerts using the if function. The formula equals if open parenthesis C2 is less than or equal to 5, comma, quotation mark low stock, quotation mark, comma, quotation mark in stock, quotation mark, close parenthesis. This formula displays low stock if the quantity in cell C2 is 5 or less, and in stock otherwise. Let's recap the key takeaways from this video. First, the if function evaluates conditions and returns different values based on whether those conditions are true or false. Second, use comparison operators to create logical tests within your if functions. Third, nested if functions allow you to handle multiple conditions and create more complex logic. Fourth, the if function is perfect for automating decisions and adding intelligence to your spreadsheets. By mastering the if function, you can create dynamic and intelligent spreadsheets that adapt to your data. Thank you. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.